a minute.
Who are you?
Seriously, who the fuck are you?
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Jordan Haney, and you have no idea who I am. I don't even know who I am. I don't even have a sheet on my bed. I'm sitting in a chair, a lawn chair from Walmart, and if you're wondering why I'm here, and what I'm doing as much as I am, I don't know. I have no answers for you. We are going to be talking about movies. The last horror movie I saw was this year's You Are Not My Mother, and I fell asleep halfway through. So today we are going to be talking about slow burn horror. A slow burn is a movie that gradually builds a suspense and dread over the course of the movie, slowly shoveling in coals of horror until the drain reaches full speed, usually by the last 50 minutes or so. Some films do this extremely well. A few examples being The Shining, Hereditary, The Witch, including my all-time favorite.
Oh God!
Slow burns aren't for everyone. If you didn't like those films I mentioned, then you're probably going to feel the same about these movies I'm going to be talking about. But here are 10 slow burn horror films you might not have seen that didn't put me to sleep. First off is The Canal, directed by Ivan Kavanagh. That's what I said the first time. The Canal follows film analyst and Family Guy David, who while watching crime scene footage discovers that his house was the scene of some grisly crimes. David's life is sucking right now. He suspects his wife is sucking a guy with a man bun, and some creepy ass occurrences keep happening around his home, with the nearby canal somehow being at the center. Just watch this clip from the movie and you'll see the creepiness I'm talking about. This movie is pretty predictable, though. I saw the ending coming from a mile away. But it was mostly well executed and it had a good creepy factor. So I will be giving The Canal 6 Dories out of 10.
Wow.
Before we continue, and for continuity's sake, yes, it is nighttime now. I am not filming this video all at once. And yes, I have a life. Just in case you're wondering, I do. I have a life, I assure you. So, next film on the list is Son, also directed by Ivan Kavanagh. This film puts an interesting twist on the cultists want child story that has been done a lot. Son features a few faces that should be familiar to fans of horror, and it follows a woman named Laura who escapes a cult, and now she fears that the cult has returned and is coming after her young son David. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole movie. Well, it's actually a fantastic movie. It's one of the best horror movies I saw last year. It's great tension, It's one of those movies that builds up a mystery. So, yeah, totally recommend it. It is available to stream on Shudder. And I would rate Son 7 Rosemary's Baby.
Wow.
Next on the list is... You good there? Next on the list is Caveat. Caveat is Damian McCarthy's feature film debut, and it revolves around a man named Isaac who is asked by an old acquaintance, Mo, to come to this island and look after his niece Olga, who will occasionally go into catatonic states with zero warning. And this is another one of those films where the less I say about it, the better. This is easily one of my favorite horror films released in the past couple years, and it features one of the creepiest uses of a cadaver that I have ever seen. 7.5 bunnies.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Next on the list is Burnt Offerings, which is the oldest film on this list, made in 1976 by director Dan Curtis and featuring the infamous Bette Davis of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane fame. This film revolves around family man Ben, I think, who moves into a house for the summer with his family, and the house has a strange effect on them. I don't really know how else to describe it without spoiling it. It's very creepy. It's a lot like Amityville Horror, but I personally like this film better. Rate it. We'll say 7 taxi cab driving Elton Johns.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Next up on the list is Session 9, which is, by God, just creepy as fuck. Another one of my favorite films on this list that kept me up for like 3 hours after I watched it. It's directed by Brad Anderson, who, fun fact, only directed romantic comedies before this movie. Session 9 is about an asbestos abatement crew who take a cleanup job at an abandoned asylum. This movie is just terrifying. It has one of the creepiest endings I've seen in a movie. Take The Shining, put it in a mental hospital, and just watch this scene from the movie.
Psychotic.
Keep the most dangerous ones furthest away, right?
Hey, you're so smart, Phil. Whoever said you weren't smart? You know what they called what, eh? The snake pit. Now, you follow these two down and take you to sea, but I wouldn't advise walking on the floors. It's water damaged.
How do we get over there?
You guys scared of the dark? Come on. Over here.
Hello, Gordon.
Cody? It's me, man. Come on.
I will give Session 9 8
Wow.
recording tapes.
Wow. 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 Wow.
I think what makes all of these movies great is that they all build anticipation and anxiety. I think good slow burn movies are like good sex. You add some twist here and there to shake things up a bit, and you build up anticipation for the release. It builds a mystery, and you ask questions. You already know that that dead body is gonna fucking come alive at some point. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come alive, and It's gonna scare the shit out of you, but you're waiting for it. It builds so much tension in between those moments, and just layering it brick by brick, waiting for, you know, just the wall to come down. And yeah, I think all of these movies do that really well. I was gonna have this be 10 slow burn films, but I didn't want to make the video too long, so I settled on 5. I'll probably do another video. I have no idea what this channel is gonna be. It'll probably be a mix of things. I'm always up for suggestions. You want to leave a comment and recommend me any movies, or tell me your thoughts. It's much appreciated. And if you like this video, why not go ahead and, just take 2 seconds of your life. Slap that like button and just slap that bitch. But yeah, that's all I got. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am gonna abruptly cut to black like an episode of Sopranos.